Alright, guys, we are back. Let me just get this up here. Bam. Alright, we are back. We are going to be watching the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025, seeing what's going on here. It's going to be a hard one. After what Summer Game Showcase did yesterday, it is going to be a hard one to contend with. And then tomorrow, we're going to be doing the PC Gaming Showcase, and we'll be going over the Xbox Showcase. So we'll be doing both of those tomorrow. But for today, Future Game Showcase, let's get into it and see what we got. Hopefully got some good stuff. It's going to be hard to beat Summer Game Showcase at this point. I think the only one who even has a chance is probably going to be Xbox, but I mean, oh, here we go. Let's see what we got.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed.
Good, let's get into
A
it.
whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page.
Indeed. And once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Good. Keep it short. Don't talk too much.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Okay.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Inulota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Wait! Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
This one might be good. I'm always very picky with space games. A lot of them tend to be they look cool,
What a way
and
to
then you
start
play
the
them,
show.
and they're just boring
The
as all get out.
Expanse Osiris
They're too
Reborn
big.
is
There's
an
not
action
enough to
RPG
do
crafted in Unreal Engine
without
5,
having to
where you
travel
can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved
a shit ton of
TV
distance to
series.
get to something
Make sure it's on your
decent.
wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome.
But this
And
looks
we're treating you to
story-related,
another
so
world
this will
premiere
probably be
right
good.
now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
I used to swear by my father's oath to protect the wards is to protect our people, and if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Rin, take my hand! Rin!
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. The pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
It doesn't look terrible. I know people would probably be up in arms about another female character, but you look at like Aloy and stuff like that, and they're fine. So
Echoes of the End, a
it looks good.
narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the
We'll
fun
see if
doesn't
it is
stop
good.
there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
we got a Japanese horror game. Kind of looking like it. Such great storylining right there. Just wake it up. Don't know how you got there. Yeah, we'll see. There's not much to go on this trailer, so...
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Oh, saw this the other day. You know, for an anime game, this actually doesn't look too bad. It almost looks like it's like anime meets Zelda Breath of the Wild kind of feel, which I think is kind of cool. I need to see some more gameplay and stuff on it first, though.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
I actually never played The Finals. A lot of people say it's really good.
Peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
Love it! But sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really, really hard.
This does look really cool. Does look pretty cool.
Season
I should
7
probably
of the
try that out
Finals
at some
launches
point.
on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
You know what this looks like? Boring as fuck. Is this even a game? It's another walking simulator. It's just stupid. Alright, next. No.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look.
Interesting.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
That is a Blumhouse game?
Come along.
This way. You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your idea.
I don't know. I need to see more on that one.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so
I did not
drop
get
it
the
on your
shivers
wish
from
list.
this.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, the
Now
Stolen
that
Dream
ill
up
game.
next. It's a cinematic isometric
That's a horror
stealth game
game.
set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her
He's all I've got.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
I don't care what it looks like.
We tested the game a lot, and what people
I would care how it
usually
plays,
say
but it
is
doesn't look
that
like there's a lot of play.
It feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on
It's not a game.
the
It's an
idea
experience.
that if you
Totally
have the
different.
right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy
reminds me of,
a
like,
fresh build. The story
the
just
way
gets to
you would
perform.
describe
You're just drawn right in.
Hellblade 2. Hellblade
really
2 should not
excited
have been
for
advertised as a
players to
game.
just
It was a
discover this world.
great experience.
Eric's Home
It
is
was
coming
beautiful.
to
The
Xbox,
storyline was good.
PlayStation, Steam, and
All
Epic
that was
Game
good.
Store. And we have
But it wasn't a
an
game.
exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal
If they
the,
sold it for,
release
like,
date. I hope you enjoy.
$40 as a playable movie experience probably would have sold a lot better. If that's what your focus is, you need to advertise it as such. Don't tell me this plays like a movie and then show me very little gameplay. A few pulling of levers. Why would I want this? Okay, she's walking, crawling out of a hole. More walking. Walking. Through something. Through another thing. Oh, we're moving up here. Oh, no, we're back to walking. Oh, I see. The guy's the one who gets to do all that kind of stuff. I get what they're doing, it's just, it's not that interesting. Like, even the storyline, I just don't feel like there's no... Okay, you're sneaking around some guards to get to some guy or do some shit.
Thank you so much to our friends
It's
at
so
River
basic.
End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home.
That's gonna be a
Coming
no
to
for me.
PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
Not today.
Wishlist it on Steam
Not tomorrow
or the
either.
Epic Game Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Looks nothing like Stalker. We're gonna start off with that right off the gate. It's looking even worse like it's nothing like Stalker. BioShock. It's a BioShock teaser? God, I wish. Too bad that studio is gone. And this is kind of cool. Weird. It doesn't look terrible. It's a bit weird with the whole art style. But it doesn't look terrible. I doubt I'll play it, but it's just not really my kind of game.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Anyway, I'm going to pause this real quick.
A Metroidvania where you
Maybe.
wield the power of a...
Yep, pause it right here. I will be right back. Give me just a second. There we are. Sorry about that. Just a quick run out. Just gotta check one more thing. Yeah. All right, let's get back into it. Let us get back into it. It's good. Oh, that's clear. Play.
A paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Not for me. Not today. Not for me.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the Summer Showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology.
Sorry, just getting hot
you
here.
really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character.
About Greek mythology back when I was in like
honestly just training
middle school and shit. What do you mean?
Capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasies of just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space.
That's the innovation. The rest is copied. Okay, just at least you made that clear.
We're not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs.
That's fine.
Which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest II will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a summer timeline for this. And then later, the other platforms.
Just still 4? Yeah, it is 4K.
Titan Quest II is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man?
Oh!
What are you doing here?
Hey guys. Hey man. Well, I was just,
Guy I don't know.
Sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys,
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies, upon this world of man, a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
I mean, that's cool. Just not that into puzzle games.
Elder Gods, starring
At
yours
least they're
truly,
not
is a
recordable or
Lovecraftian
streamable,
narrative
so
puzzle adventure coming soon to
when they
PC
are,
and
they aren't.
consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, you know, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
3 BioCores. How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise. We got company. Who won? Let's haul ass.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Okay.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch.
Roguelite strategy.
Early access available now on Steam.
Interesting
and coming soon
concept.
to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
I don't know if I'll play it or not. No. Yeah, that's a hard no from me. Nothing about that looks interesting.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
This Firefighter Simulator?
Supply line ready.
Was this already
Break that
out?
door open. Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
The crows are about to catch fire!
Get an attack line in there!
scout the area. Ugh, that was close.
Cat, you're good?
Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025.
That was a different one. I thought they just came out with one of these.
Now on PC and consoles.
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay.
Right.
Now remember, folks, you can
You
find all
wish
those
you could
games
get
as well
Nolan
as every
North.
game we featured today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal. It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediate.
It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon?
Oh, hell no.
That is not in the budget.
I don't want to listen to a bunch of Karen's bitching.
A good hero at its helm.
Please, for the love of God, no.
Sanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
The instant they started showing just a one after another of a
that's one
Karen
for the
after a
critters.
Karen,
The Bureau of
I'm out.
Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is
I
coming
am
later
out.
this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters,
Yes,
anime,
please.
and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Team Waifu. Literally the creator's name.
もしもし、うん。はい。
It's not really the Japanese soda. In a Molotov form. A cat sight. Oh man. Gameplay just looks so bland and boring. It's so basic. Look at this. Oh, man. Why? We all know why. No. Not playing it.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
It's a cool concept. And there's a lot you can do with it. Doubt I'll play it just because there's so much coming out during that time.
PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games'
First spare time I
Spacebound
play the
Survival
demo.
MMO.
Eve-Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of
You made a game
in the amazing
that makes games so that other people can build your game.
Sandbox we have created.
Smart. Entirely smart. Now you don't have to do any of the work.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what the Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
See, that's funny. I'm going to pause this real quick because I just want to say a few words here. This is funny because this is like one of those things where it's like it's smart to think of build a game specifically around the idea of the modding community coming in and fixing it up and doing what they want to do to make it as fun as possible. That's just going to add like longevity to the game. But the problem I have here is now we come to a point where it's like, okay, well, what if the game is boring? What if there's nothing in there? What if it's like they built some stuff, but the universe is so big that it's irrelevant and everything's just so far away? Well, they could just simply say, well, that's because none of you guys, as in the gamers, have built anything interesting yet. I mean, all they built was like a space engine, and then you got to actually build out the game. I've never really been a fan. Like, a while ago, I kind of got a little bit into one of these types of... It's not a game. It's a simplistic engine that basically the players build the game. And they've done these in the past. They've done them, I forgot what some of them were called. I know there was one like Project Spark or something like that. And stuff like this in the past. But none of them have ever worked out. For the simple reason that it's boring to have to make your own game. That's not what we want as players. We don't want to build the game. We want you to, make the game and then we purchase it. It's simple. If you want to build an entire game out of this, show off said game, and then have this as an extension of it, that's a different story. But to go into it like this is... It's dumb. It's dumb. Plain and simple. I'm not sugarcoating it, and this is stupid.
Founder access for eFrontier is available now, and you can head to efrontier.com to jump in and find out more.
I mean, the biggest game
next, Laura?
like this where you can
We
build
have a brand new trailer for
tons in the game. You look at
Formula
Minecraft, but
Legends,
guess what?
an
Minecraft has an
arcade
entire
racing
game in
that
it.
covers the history
It has a
of
storyline.
motorsport.
It's not a great example, but it is an example. Nobody is going to play this. Why would anyone play this? There are far more superior racing games out there. They're pretty much all the same vehicle. Slightly changed up each time with a different label attached to it. And this right here is the biggest problem with the industry. It's clearly probably like an indie developer want to make a game they've always liked, but what did they make? A bare minimum basic racing sim. Not even, I wouldn't even call it a sim. Just
Formula
a racing
Legends
game.
is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can
Nobody
play the demo
wants
now on
this.
Steam and also wishlist it on Steam.
Nobody
or
asked
Epic
for
Games.
this.
But for now,
We have
keep it
far
rolling with our
superior
Ones to
racing
Play
sims out
section,
there.
which is a future game show staple.
In every
it's
way.
a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So
They could have spent their time doing something so much
to download a demo
more
and
productive.
dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
No.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate
It's
and
one of those.
collaborate
Got
to
it.
complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
No.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Here we go again. Hopefully they did something good with this one.
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course.
Got any gameplay?
We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
It's not looking like it. Oh, they just can't do it. They cannot get it right. That's what you gotta do. Right concept, wrong side. People want the golden jewels. You dare call it ahoy when you're playing as the military navy? Why are you showing a path like a treasure map? They don't do that shit.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy.
We're never gonna get a decent pirate game. Black Flag's the best we're ever gonna get.
Wishlist the game on Steam or the
Nobody seems to understand. All you gotta do is make a pirate game like Black Flag, but remove the Assassin's Creed portion of it.
What Matt means to say with that
and just make it
Gothic
big.
vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That one is better.
The whole game doesn't need to be multiplayer. You can have a multiplayer element to it. Have a fun, adventurous world. Tons of islands,
is a turn-based
tons of treasure.
roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across the constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting
Look, I'm all for
a
golf.
golfer's
I actually golf.
It's coming
I
soon
do.
to PC and consoles.
Go to
but you can
courses,
wishlist it
golf,
now
go
on
to
Steam
range,
or the Epic Games Store.
tee off, all that good stuff.
Ascends to Zero
I can't
is
watch
up
it though.
next.
And I'm
It's a
certainly not going to
hack
sit there and
and slash
attempt to
roguelike
build
where you
it.
play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament,
Boring
you
as
can
hell.
freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable
It's a
thumbs
furry
to
game.
scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC.
Although if I played it, it'd have to
but
be
if
the
you head to
raccoon.
Steam page,
Oh,
you can
yeah, I
sign
love
up
trash
for the alpha
pandas.
playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
I ain't played them.
My name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
I kind of like this one. I kind of like that.
That was our spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
This is great. Yeah, just put your negatives. That's great. Yeah, it's kind of in the name. How dare you? Trash, scum, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. They weren't ready. They weren't ready.
If those
they weren't ready.
inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Deathground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested, abandoned facilities.
Could you survive? Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The number one culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial.
This is cool. I just want to see more gameplay on it. I mean, I'm getting bits and pieces here, but I want to see like a bit more of a run-through.
And biomedical, which is my personal
Doesn't have to be long, just a snippet one, but
steal raptor eggs. You know, for
give me like a solid minute or two of gameplay.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
We might play this. This looks good. I like the idea.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for Roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell Is Us.
Yeah, we're definitely playing that. Definitely playing this.
What happened here?
This looks cool.
Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Delated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell Is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that, if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns and it's, maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique and it works really, really well.
That's not a bad idea. It's a bit of hand holding, but
sometimes it works better than others. No game is.
And these days, but, for some people it's kind of necessary. But
the joy of
it's a little bit of hand holding, but it's not a bad idea. It's not too obvious.
Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about
it's better than yellow paint.
Talking about our monsters and the enemies, the limbic entities, are
it's one way to deal with yellow paint.
Manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. So it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker, and it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this,
They look like that because we said so.
So you'll be able to play Hell Is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Wishlist it now because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
When it click through to the system, it's about to be a slow beat run. I'll be going up. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. click through to the system is supposed to be a
Nope. Just doesn't look fun. At all.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlach herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
It doesn't look bad. Interesting concept, time moves when you do all that kind of stuff, but I'm just not into that pixely game stuff. That old school look just ain't for me. I think I've seen this game before. I have. It was last year. Thought it was mid. Oh, I might try it out, but it just doesn't look that good. Why? I just... There's gonna be a select few people who play this. No one's gonna play this. well, not no one, but very small audience for this.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way.
I remember this.
Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
This does look interesting. I'll probably play this. I like these storyline games. These are pretty cool.
Lower the gun. Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please. Help us.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices.
Oh no, why?
Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each.
I guess the nice part about that
with Turning Points
is you can go back without having to replay the whole game
or decision
and see a different side of something without, you know, wasting all that
By the same
time.
token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that
Okay,
prevents
okay.
you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start.
You still have the
very
main
first
one.
mission.
That's what I love about the game. So you mess up, you mess up.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's
kinda
coming to
ruins the whole
PC,
point of 'em,
PlayStation,
but-
and Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing
Oh,
simulator
man.
with a meticulous control scheme.
This game is
Here's
garbage.
The Game Bakers to tell you more.
Why?
Cairn is what we call a
No.
survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere.
I feel like the showcase
and the
last year
climbing
was this
mechanics are
bad.
highly
This is bad.
realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance. and
It's just like an
stamina.
indie showcase, but
Make a mistake,
there's already an
and you
indie
fall and
showcase.
get hurt.
There's Day of the
For the first
Devs.
time, we are
I
also
know
showing
there's
what
like
it's
2 or
to
3 of
climb
them.
at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year. And you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are 2 great games from our friends at Quali.
Very old school style game. This is kind of cool. Boot blade. That's cool. It's kind of cool. It's like a very old, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil. There we go. Man, ooh. After watching that trailer like 5 times yesterday, I'm surprised I messed up on that one. But anyway, it looks like an old style Resident Evil Silent Hill game. Like Res 1.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
They fly now. No.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
Oh no.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
I'm ready for whatever. You won't find nobody better. I will bring a storm to you weather. You ready or not? Coming in hot. I am a legend in the making. You're looking into the eyes of greatness. Gotta push through the world's waiting.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt, it's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Ah, yes, it could only be the Duck Detective.
He may have cracked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only Duck Detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must crack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and
The
solve
Ghost
this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance
of
of the
Glamping.
Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The Ghost of Glamping!
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto
Man,
PC
they
and
really lose the
consoles,
steam here
so go
quick.
check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon?
Oh,
Get on your
no.
dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Oh no. Make it stop. What the fuck? Why? Without even looking at it, the music alone is enough to just drive me insane. Oh. Why?
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly.
I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns. Zoinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country.
Oh, we're finally getting to real games. Okay. Okay. Whew. Got a little lost there. Forgot I was watching a games conference.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself.
This
Back
looks
to
so
where
good.
Organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible
Sulfur mines,
which
yeah.
unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics.
Looks
Every
damn
single
good.
aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Time to join the family.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
Exciting stuff. Looks good.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia of the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation,
Right around
and
the corner.
Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, psh, psh, psh. Watch the hook, watch the hook.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at
I don't know how I feel about that
gameplay
game.
for Creasol, Feeder of Idols.
I just
this
don't
is a
feel like I've seen
first-person
enough.
horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy
I
statues
remember
on a
this.
tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path
The Bloomhouse game.
in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in, let your sacred light banish them. And I am to fall. Let my flesh turn to ash. So my soul may ascend to you.
Okay. I like the whole blood gun idea that your blood is your ammo. The way they're doing that.
Consumed in your flames.
Man, this is cool.
Eternity.
I'll play this.
And
finally.
Creasol.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me. Creasol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So,
we'll see.
Does that work?
You know,
We'll be the judge of how really cool
Please
it
enjoy our
is.
final world premiere.
Better hit hard, because there was not much here to work with.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms, so full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Okay. Barely saw anything, but...
Hold on. I've got something to show you.
Okay, here we go.
Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
So we're not going to see
That
anything
was
till
your
August.
first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
Oh,
The
why?
next game show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And
this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
All right, well, overall, not great. Not great. They had like 3. Get back here for a sec. Let's go to the beginning. Very beginning. All right, let's see. We had this game. I still don't quite know what to think about this one. Japanese horror game. I mean, there was a few okay looking things, trailers here, but overall not much. And the few really good ones that they had, or for example, the one they finished out on, there was nothing there. How can you leave that as your final announcement when there's nothing there? They're not even showing it off till August. It's not good. Not good. I honestly, it's ironic to say this, I don't know how much of a future the Future Game Show has. This show last year sucked. This year it really wasn't necessary. These games should have just released at any of the other showcases, and that would have been that. I'm just not impressed. A lot of garbage games. A lot of games I don't care about. That music game is still ringing into my ears. Just ringing. Distracting. Fuck, that was annoying. If I'm gonna rate this thing, it did have a few, very minuscule, but few trailers in there I'm somewhat interested. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. It's just a lot of garbage. The showing off Mafia, stuff like that, that's great. It comes out literally in 2 months. We've seen tons of trailers on it. I don't count anything we've seen before. Unless they're doing a deep dive on something that we've seen before that really hasn't had a lot of information released on it. That's a different story. But stuff we've seen tons on, trailers on, stuff like that, and they're just showing another one, I don't count those. So overall, I'm giving this a 2 out of 10. It was not good. It's coming off of the Summer Games show. This one just, you know, I was right there, and I'm losing steam here. I'm losing steam. I'm really hoping, you know, tomorrow we got PC and Xbox showcases. I'm hoping they both nail it. I'm hoping they nail it. Because so far it's been like, you know, the PlayStation showcase was mid. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. I was expecting a little more off of last year, and it just wasn't there. But they had some stuff I'm interested in. The Summer Games Showcase was absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic. I'd say it's almost the equivalent of Xbox last year and the way they did their stuff. It just tons of good stuff pouring out of that. And I'm really hoping this year we get to see that from the PC and Xbox Showcase. PC was very mid last year. I didn't think it was that good. Xbox really had it last year by a long shot. We'll see how it goes this year. I'll honestly be interested because I remember Xbox last year saying that they really didn't release, that they didn't even release half their stuff in their showcase. That they had way more than that to work with. So I'll be really interested to see what it is they were talking about. I'm hoping they show up. I want to see some freaking Elder Scrolls. I expect to see some Elder Scrolls. I expect to see some Fable. And I would like to see maybe a new cinematic on the Gears of War. And I'll be happy. I'll be happy with that alone. Whatever else is just icing on the cake. But yeah, guys, this was a really shitty 2 out of 10. Overall, not impressed. I mean, a few good games in here, but very few. Most of it was garbage. Just not sure how much of a future this particular showcase has. It just hasn't been doing good. But anyway, as always, if you guys like my videos, please like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with the next 2 showcases. And I'm actually probably going to put out some content on Splitgate 2. I've been wanting, I got that downloaded last night and want to try the new Battle Royale. I actually haven't even played Splitgate 2 yet, so I'm probably going to stream a little bit on that one and then pop the rest up on YouTube and try that one out. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.